Oh, Acosta's pushing again. He's had a couple of scares there, both in the wet and the dry, as he attacks through turn 4. Fastest first sector of the session as well, so far. Because this is where he picked up on his knee and elbow in the earlier practice session. Now he fires the gas machine down the back straight.
That was the left side of the rear tyre, which doesn't get as much temperature here. You know, because it's a right-hand circuit, so that'd be why, you know, the rubber's a bit harder than the tyre before that he'd used, like Brad had to do on the left side again, where Brad crashed yesterday. Oh, he's making it brilliant.
Nothing fazed this kid, does it? He's just such a fast learner, such limited experience in these rapidly changing conditions on a MotoGP bike. It's all going swimmingly here in the rain conditions for Pedro Acosta, up by a 10th as he's now in the stadium section. The crowd will be loving this. Look at the third sector that Acosta nailed. Is he on course for a fairy tale pole position here in his home Grand Prix? He loves Jerez. Jerez loves Pedro Acosta. And at the moment as he fires through turn 11.
The confidence. He's just awesome. Like, oh, no, well, that's a no.
Oh, he's down. He is down.
Sorry, Pedro.
Oh, dear. Well, he was so rapid through the first 3 splits. He was up by nearly 7/10 of a second. The front folds on him as he powered through turn 13. Steady on. Don't want to high side him on the exit. A case of what might have been there, because that was potentially provisional pole for Pedro Acosta. He's looking through the corner there, and that's where the front starts going. That's where it tucks. He's not bringing it back like he did at turn 5 in practice earlier on today.
He had the lap, man. He had it. All he had to do is stop it a little. Easy to say after, but he'd done all the work. He'd be so angry with himself.
Oh, I feel gutted.
Me too.
I feel gutted that he didn't complete that lap when he was just a couple of yards from getting out of that final corner. The front folding. Here comes Marco Bezzecchi, maybe on course for pole position here, with Valentino Rossi looking on. Yeah, the boss loves this. The boss was awesome around Jerez. It's a 1:47.044, which puts Bez in pole position by over 3/4 of a second.
Now let's see who's timed it right, Matt. We're down the last couple of moments, and best time of the session to be on track, and if you've got the rubber underneath you as well.
Martin, best lap of his session, a 1:47.381. Well, that's not good enough. Good enough for the front row, but not good enough for another pole position from the qualifying specialist in MotoGP. Here comes Marc Marquez. This time around he makes it safely through turn 10, where he had the scare on his last stint. Now into the Alex Crivier corner, through the Ferrari corner. He'll attack now. Look at him flicking that Gresini Ducati on its side through the high speed. Turn 12, 1 corner left for him to negotiate. This is where Acosta fell when he was on course for a provisional pole. Marquez makes it safely through, and is there going to be a first Ducati pole position here in front of his delirious home crowd for Marc Marquez? Over the line he comes, and he does. He finds the first 1:46 lap of the session. 6th lap completed. Oh, Marquez. He tucked the front big time there. He stays upright. Marquez, seconds after potentially seizing his first Ducati pole position with a 1:46.773, he's almost down.
The way that happened, it front tucked and he let go the brake. Look at he's holding it. Oh, fantastic. He wouldn't give up. Brilliant. Brilliant. So Mark on the medium front, medium rear, and does the job by, what was it, half a second, or no, what is it, almost 3/10.
Incredible lap, incredible save. He's frustrated because he wanted another lap there. He fancied improving that 46.773. What about Pecco Bagnaia, who's now gone out on that medium rain tyre? So don't discount Bagnaia, because he's going to get one more lap in here, and now he's got temperature into that rear tyre. Keep a close eye on the world champion. It's now or never for Bagnaia's pole hopes. He moves up into 6th place. Marquez, Bezzecchi, Martin is your front row as it stands right now. A second row which will be led by the Gian Antonio with Binder and Bagnaia. Pedro Acosta, who brilliantly remounted that crashed gas machine. Where's Acosta going with this lap? At the moment, 10th place. Just when it looked like he was on course for pole position, certainly a front row when he crashed at turn 13. Yeah, he's not going to get another lap in here as well, and Acosta might well find himself at best on the 3rd row here. Yeah, could creep himself up onto that 3rd row in 9th.
Really good spot by you, Matt, too. Marquez being frustrated because you're right, he won't make it around for the for the checkered, well, to beat the checkered flag to get another flyer in, so it's all over for him.
And he knew how good he felt on that previous lap and was like, right, okay, now we can
build again.
We can take another step now. Shame because, well, he might not kill his hopes of pole position here in front of his home crowd. Pedro Acosta comes across line, he's 10th. Marco Bezzecchi runs into the gravel trap, second at the moment, so it does look like, let's have a quick glance at timing screens, it does look like indeed Marc Marquez, who having taken his first front row start on the Ducati, on the Gresini Ducati in Austin last time out, third place. It's looking like it's pole here for Marc Marquez. Let's just make sure that there's not any late fireworks coming from further down the field. Now Bagnaia's rolled out of it, and Alex Marquez actually has just pushed Bagnaia off the second row. Yeah, Marquez at the moment, he's frustrated because he knows that there was more time out there. There was a better lap time, that 46.773. What's going to cheer him up, what's going to put a smile on his face very, very shortly is he's going to be on pole in front of his home crowd in Jerez at the racetrack, which nearly ended his career 4 years ago.
Yeah,
this is some story, isn't it, for Marc Marquez?
Really good job, and a first pole on this machine, so yeah, he'll be a happy boy with that.
So Marc Marquez at the Spanish Grand Prix in Jerez, his home fans will be loving that. He's already been on the Tissot sprint in the last couple of rounds. Marco Bezzecchi does take second. Valentino Rossi denied once again by Marc Marquez. He's happy though, the boss. Bezzecchi's second. Good morning actually for Pertamina Enduro VR46, because Bez on the front row for the first time since the Indian Grand Prix last September, where he steamrolled the opposition in the Grand Prix from pole. Jorge Martin is on the front row. Brad Binder, who was second in Q1, he's fourth. There is Marc Marquez. He's going to, he's realised. There you go, Marc. Yeah, he's finally realised.
He didn't think he'd hang on to it.
The frustration turns to utter joy. He's seen the big screen, and look at the reception he's getting from his home crowd. Sweet, sweet moments